What I love about working with Dr. Huggett is that he is very genuine. He is one of the most genuine people I've met. He's great with his patients, their families. He's beloved by all of our staff, and of course by his patients and their families the most.
One word I would use to describe Dr. Huggett would be kind.
Dr. Huggett is gentle. You know, he has a gentleness about him that kind of pulls you in and makes you at ease.
One word I would use to describe Dr. Huggett is just amazing. I've been with him for 6 years now, and he's just awesome.
One word to describe Dr. Huggett, I would say compassionate. I mean, that's really all-encompassing for him. But he's so much more than compassionate, because he's intelligent and caring and very meticulous, his thought processes, but I would say compassionate.
So a word I've used to describe Dr. Huggett, and he's gonna hate me for this, is a unicorn. Because he is, first of all, I say he's a rare sighting because he's always either in a room with patients or in his office working on documenting and looking up the newest and greatest things in medicine. So I actually tend to bombard him with unicorn stickers. It's kind of an inside joke between us. But he's also a rare person. He's just one of a kind.
One word I would use to describe Dr. Huggett is humility. In all that he does, he comes from a place of service. He is here to provide care. He's a physician, but he's one of the most humble persons that I know, and even receiving this award will be difficult for him because he does practice from a place of humility.
One word that I would use to describe Dr. Huggett is committed. He is committed to his patients, to the Children's Hospital, and to the communities that he serves.
So what I love about working with Dr. Madero is that he always seems to re-energize me about patient care. I've known Dr. Madero since I started here at Bronson, and every time I'm feeling a little burned out or a little tired from the work, when I get a chance to talk with Dr. Madero, it really recharges me. We kind of sink back into what brought us into medicine, which is patient care, caring for individuals, caring for humans, trying to do what's best for each patient in front of us. And we would discuss ways to do that, and it always just reminded me of why I went into medicine in the first place. So I really value that about him. So one word that I would use to describe Dr. Madero is caring. He always cares about his patients first and foremost, regardless of whatever else was going on at the time with staffing or schedules or politics or the chaos around us in the healthcare system. He always brought it back to the person and caring for that individual patient in front of him.
One word that I would use to describe him is dedicated. He truly is dedicated to the work that he does and the care that he provides.
One word I'd use to describe Dr. Madero is inspirational. He's honestly an inspiration to me. He was one of the first physicians I met when I came here to Bronson, and he really makes me want to be a better physician.
One word to describe Dr. Madero is really compassion.
It's hard to describe Dr. Madero in just one word, but maybe I would just use excellence.
Working with Dr. Schwalm is like working with a surprise every day, and just a really passionate surprise. She's just a pleasure to work with. She is constantly doing the most that she can to help our patients, and it really does inspire all of us, especially myself, to continue to do that with each and every one of our patients.
I thought of a couple words when I was thinking about words to describe Carla. They included things like relentless and driven, and actually the word that I came up with that described her the best, I think, is fierce. She is an advocate and she is strong, and I admire that strength she has, and that also the fact that she doesn't let anybody tell her what she can or can't do. And so that strength and that fire is what makes her an awesome leader.
One word I would describe Dr. Schwalm would be fierce. I mean, she is a fighter for her patients. She knows what she wants. She's a great advocate for it. And she is willing to help you meet her expectations in any way she can.
I would use the word passionate to describe Dr. Schwalm.
If I could use one word to describe Dr. Schwalm, it would be passionate.
One word I would use to describe Dr. Schwalm is dedicated. She is so incredibly dedicated to the clinic, her patients, us as staff. She supports everybody in any way that she can. She's, like I said, always open to ideas and hearing feedback and making improvements, but she just genuinely cares about the work she does. She cares about her patients and she cares about us as coworkers. She's an amazing leader and it makes it a great environment to work here.
Say one word I would use to describe her is dedicated. She is always looking to not only improve herself and those around her, but to improve the process for patients and families too. And so finding new ways to do things, better ways to do things, and trying to make it as easy as possible for staff and patients.
The one word I would use to describe Dr. Schwalm is motivated. She is always looking for ways to make improvements here in the clinic and at Bronson. She is our biggest cheerleader. She always wants to make the process better for the children and for the staff.
One word I would use to describe Dr. Schwalm would be cool. Like, she's so cool. I mean, and all her patients think she's so cool. She's always got the best shoes, the best outfits, and I feel like the kids and the staff were always wondering what she's gonna come in wearing, and she can pull it off. A lot of us are like, I can never pull that off, but she can. So I would say cool. She's awesome.
I love working with Dr. Vadanini because he's incredibly kind, patient, smart, funny. Every single day, that's how he is. I just want to say I'm actually retiring soon, and working with Dr. Vadanini all these years has truly been an honor to be on his vascular team. Yeah.
One word I would use to describe Dr. V is his calmness.
One word I would use to describe Dr. V is he's kind and caring.
What's one word I'd use to describe Dr. V? It's kind of a hard one, but I think patience is probably the best one.
The one word I would use to describe Dr. V is genuine. He's a very genuine person. You see what you get. He's not trying to hide anything from himself or from you.
One word I would use to describe Dr. V is passionate about his job.
One word that I would use to describe Dr. Vadanini would be that he is amazing in many different ways.
The one word that I would use to describe Dr. V would be compassionate.
The one word I would use to describe Dr. V is compassionate.
Dr. V in one word, funny.
Dr. V would be described in one word as, it's his kindness. It's kindness.